Okay, we're back. So this is the same braid I started with. I pulled it out and we're going to start over. But I want to do it from a different angle where you can see a close-up on my hand so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So this is a 5-loop braid. We're starting with 5 loops. And so on this hand we've got one on the index, one on the middle, one on the ring. The other hand we're going to put one on the middle, one on the middle, and one on the ring. Okay? Now the very first, got to get those loops even. If they're off balance, if you got one longer than the other, this is really, really hard to do. So get them perfectly even, okay? So the first move we're going to do, the goal is to get this string right here onto my index finger over here. But we have to take it through the middle of that loop there. So this is what this is the way I do it. I just spread it open like that. I take it with my index and I pull it through. Now and then you do what's called walking the bows. See, I'm moving these down one. That's called walking the bows. You're walking them down one. Okay, now I'm back to the same place I was before. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my index through here and take this lower rope. Now when you take those ropes, the ropes have a bottom string and a top string. Okay, the top string is closer to your face. When you take the bottom string, it's called taking it reversed. Because once you get it to the other hand, it flips around upside down. Now if you take the top of the loop, that's a straight exchange. So this is reversed when you take from the bottom, and that's a straight exchange when you take from the top. I have a little bit of a hand trimmer. Hope that doesn't drive you crazy. A little family thing. If I can do this stuff with a trimmer, you know, well anyway. So, okay, so I'm going to do the same move I did before. Using this hand, I'm going to put my index through here, take the bottom loop from my left ring finger, my right ring finger reversed. Okay? And now I'm going to tighten it, like I showed you earlier. Okay? Walk the loops, and I'm going to take the second one. And I'm just going to keep going like that. Walk the loops, and reach through, take the bottom one, reversed. It's reversed, okay? Walk the loops, bottom one, reversed. Walk. Trying to do this so you can see it. Kind of do it automatically. Reach through, bottom loop, reversed. Walk, reach through, bottom loop. Walk. I have to wait until I get them on camera. Reach through, bottom loop, reversed. Walk, reach through, bottom loop, reversed. Walk, reach through, bottom loop, reversed. Okay, now I'm going to speed up so I can just show you what it looks like. Be careful about dropping them. These are very hard to pick back up if you drop them. I've had to just start over and dropping loops. I'm paying attention to the camera is what's going on. Now I'm gonna watch the braid and get it finished. And you can see these just take a moment. I mean, they're just so fast. I learned how to do this from a website called fingerloop.org. This is where I'm getting the patterns. They're patterns from Europe, and they were translated from medieval manuscripts. And you can find these patterns also on fingerloop.org. Okay, so I finished this braid. I'm not going to tell you how to finish the ends, because depending on what you're going to make with it, you'll finish it in different ways. If you're going to make like a bracelet or a choker, you can go to an art supply store and get what's called a finding, findings are the attachments that you put on jewelry to make them attach to your body, like the clips or the posts for an earring, or the hooks and clasps for a bracelet or a necklace. So you look at findings and you get one that'll have hooks on both ends. The finding for this one, I should buy one, if you were going to make a choker, is a little cup. And you wrap this with some string. Now, that's not choker sized, but if we were doing a choker sized one, which, do I have one here? There we go. You would wrap it. I would put some glue on it before I wrap it to get them nice and hooked together. And then you just slide it into this little cup. You fill the little cup with glue and you slide it in there. And you let it dry. And there's another one on the other side. And they have hooks, so you can hook it together. I'll try and buy one of those and show you what it looks like. I don't make this stuff to wear. I make it because I just like to make stuff. Okay? So that's your first braid, the flat braid. Isn't that cool? And you saw how fast it is.